If you are into B2C lead gen business, you will know how a longer sales cycle can affect your LTO. This is where retargeting campaign plays a major role. Just because someone has submitted a form on your website doesn't mean they'll convert. They are still in the decision making process, and utilizing this particular period can increase your LTO. Also, you cannot send the same messaging to all the lead stages because your ads won't resonate to them. Also, you'll burn your ad spend. We faced this exact same issue with one of our B2C client whose sales cycle was between 3 to 6 months. They were generating about 80 plus leads on Facebook, but there was no proper retargeting campaign set up for all these lead stages. Because of this, the leads got cold after a week. Even though they were spending more money on generating new leads, their LTO still remained the same. We started rewarming campaigns for high intent opportunities and saw their LTO scale up from 11 to 18. In this video, we'll see how efficiently you can segment your warm and cold audience and run retargeting ads for them on Facebook with CustomerLabs. This is the list of lead stages that this particular client has. We segmented these stages into two segments. One is cold, other one is high intent. The cold segment consisted of cold opportunity, and opportunity storm. This was the segment that was becoming cold after a week. So we wanted to run a separate rewarming campaign for these particular segment. And the other thing that we did was we created a clear exclusion list. So we excluded the people that were either disqualified or not interested. We combined both of these together to create one single exclusion list. So this is how we have categorized the lead stages based on intent. Now we'll see how to get this data from your CRM to CustomerLabs and segment them based on the intent that we have created now. So once you log into your CustomerLabs account, this is the dashboard that you will see. What we are going to do is connect our CRM to CustomerLabs. For that, you have to go into sources. Here you have to click on connect source. You have a lot of inbuilt integrations with CustomerLabs. You have fresh sales, HubSpot, and everything. If your CRM is not listed here, you can create a custom source. And when you click on custom source, you have to give your CRM name, and once that is done, you will receive a webhook URL. All you have to do is simply connect this webhook URL with your CRM. Once that is done, your CRM and CustomerLabs will get connected. Once your CRM is connected, what will happen is the data from your CRM will come into CustomerLabs. Once that is done, all we have to do is create a workflow. Now, workflow is nothing but a filtration that you do to filter all the leads from your CRM that enters into CustomerLabs. Now, in the situations, we would be creating 4 segments. So, first segment that we are going to create is for opportunity. So, we have 3 lead stages, that is opportunity, cold, opportunity, and opportunity strong. We are going to create this opportunity lead stages into one workflow. So, I'm going to give as opportunity September 2023. And CR. So this is the name that I'm giving for the workflow. Workflow delay is nothing but if you have multiple workflows running, you have to give a delay. So I'm going to give it as 1, and the next step is to choose the sample data. Okay. This will appear if you have connected your CRM with CustomerLabs. So now I'm going to fetch the sample data. Now we have got a sample data. This sample data is fetched from your CRM. So we'll choose one sample data. So all these detail will come into CustomerLabs. We don't want all these detail. So what we are going to do is filter this data. So I'm going to choose this one for my sample data, and let's go to the next step. Okay. This is where you filter this data. So click on filter. Now we are going to create the opportunity segment. For that, I want the leads to come into this workflow if it has one condition, that is lead stage. If it has the condition lead stage text contain opportunity cold, or lead stage text contains opportunity, or lead stage text contains opportunity strong. Now the leads will come into this workflow only if the lead stages are opportunity cold opportunity or opportunity strong. Now this is the filtering condition that we have given. Now let's go to the event configuration. Event configuration is the important step because only based on this you will be able to create your audience. This would be a custom event and I'm going to name this as opportunity rewarming FB. So this is the name that I'm going to give. User identity mapping is nothing but the parameters that you give Facebook to match the audience. So here I would be giving phone number and email. So identify by phone, the respective phone number, and the email. Identify by email. Now the next step is to add the user traits. User traits is a place where you can add more information about the user. I've given first name, last name, phone number, email, lead state. So these are all the parameters that I have in the CRM. So I'm going to give those and click on save. Now this is done. The event configuration is done. Now, okay. Now let's save this workflow. Okay. So this is the workflow that we have created. Okay, this is the workflow that we have created. Now the second step is to create the audience based on this event. For that, now you need to go to audience. We have created the event. Now using that event we are going to create an audience here. It will take some time for the audience to populate in the event. So meanwhile I'll show you how to create an audience based on an event. So now click on create audience. In the audience dashboard, click on custom audience and you have to click by event. Ideally the event that we have created in the workflow has to come here. Since it is populating, we'll create another audience based on the events that I've already created. Okay, so let's say opportunity occurred in the dynamic date range of 180 days. So in the last 180 days, whatever the opportunity that we have got will come under this particular audience segment. Now let's say run query. Now it will show how many audience we have in this particular segment. Now we have 3014 users in this audience. Let's save this audience now as opportunity rewarming. Okay, I'm going to give the refresh interval as 3 days. We have saved the audience. Okay, this is the audience that we have created. Now we have to do two things. One is update the schema. Okay, schema is nothing but few identifying parameters. Okay, so here we'll give name, first name, last name, email, and phone number. Okay, we can also give lead stage and update schema. Okay, so this is the first thing. We have to update the schema with the user traits that we have given while creating the event. The second thing is list sync. This is where we are going to create the audience in Facebook automatically. For that, go to list sync and under Facebook, click map schema. Okay, now if you see here, you can see create new list. You can give the name as opportunity rewarming. Okay, now save list and schema. Now go to schema mapping and put all the identifying parameters. Okay, now we have given the mapping, first name, last name, phone number, and email are given as mapping. Now save and list schema. Now your schema is updated. You just have to turn this toggle on and give instant sync. It will take 10 to 15 minutes to sync. Now let's proceed. This is the audience that we have created and the audience will populate in some time. So this is the audience dashboard on Facebook. Now if you could see, the audience is created. Opportunity rewarming powered by CustomerLabs is the audience that we have created on our CustomerLabs account. After we have implemented this rewarming strategies for each lead stages or a combined warm lead stages, what we noticed was we ran two experiments, one on Facebook and another one on Instagram. Usually the LTO would be somewhere around 10 to 11% only. But after this rewarming campaign, we saw for lead form campaigns, the LTO was about 18%. And for the conversion campaign, the LTO was about 30%. So this was the actual data that we have got after implementing this rewarming strategy for this client. With customer labs, you can segment the audience whichever way we want and also run retargeting campaigns for them. You can also create a lookalike of these audience to explore the top funnel.